Since 1954, Lennar has built over 800,000 homes across the United States.
And here in Southwest Florida, Lennar has also been one of the most trusted home builders for decades. Here's why.
Quality, the best materials, and the latest building techniques.
Value, luxury features and upgrades included at no extra charge.
Service, Lennar is consistently ranked tops in customer satisfaction.
Selection, condominium, coach, single family, and estate homes from the 100s to over 800,000. For more info, call today, 877-45-LENNAR.
I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty. Do you want the inside scoop on the top 10 best buys in real estate? I'm talking about deals so hot, there's no time to print them in the newspaper. Join me for the best buys in homes, condos, commercial property, and even vacant land across all of Southwest Florida. So get ready. More Real Estate Best Buys is coming at you right now.
Get ready for Real Estate Best Buys. Buying, selling, building, financing? Real Estate Best Buys brings you the very best buys in local real estate, plus breaking news, market analysis and trends, tips and expert insights, and even a bit of celebrity real estate gossip. Don't touch that dial and don't go away. It's time for Real Estate Best Buys.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. You are tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. We entertain, enrich, enlighten, all that sort of fun stuff. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
That was really good.
Pretty good.
I don't even think I could repeat that. Sandy Pasqua, Prudential Florida Realty. But he's right.
I outdid myself,
try
so
anyway,
I'm done for, another month or two. So, it's interesting. We're in April. We've gone through an interesting season, I think. We're still on Marco, kind of in season. I think we're still on Marco. April, May, even June tend to be pretty strong months. It's very interesting.
May is your highest month for pricing of the year. March is generally, on average, your highest sales counts. May is always your highest pricing.
Interesting. And that is, I didn't know that was a part of your spreadsheet.
It is, actually. I've got 10 years worth of, and I do regression analysis. Every agent does that in their spare time.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm
glad to see my anecdotal stuff matches with your
you want to know why?
All right.
Because they go home and they've rented that really nice golf access house, and they go home and they take a look at what Scranton looks like again, and they come back and they buy, and they're buying after season when the inventory's been picked through. So what's left is higher priced.
And they go online and they say, oh my gosh, I thought I could come back in August and buy that house. It's already pending.
Yeah.
Go figure. Mm-hmm. So it's a really interesting time. We're seeing now, again, we saw inventory tick up for a bit, and now it's back on its way down. It's really an interesting thing. People are now more and more building. It's an interesting point. Owning a home, the cost of owning a home, as you call it, Tamburello, cost to keep versus the cost to acquire. Let's talk a little bit about that. And
everybody focuses on the buy, the deal. It's kind of like printers. When I bought my printer at the office, I took all the ink and I put the ink in a spreadsheet, and believe it or not, the one printer that was $30 cheaper was $600 more if I had it 2 years in the cost of ink.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cars.
Yep.
If you pay attention to, you're getting a good buy against Blue Book value, and you get 7 miles of the gallon. Guess what, dude? Who cares? You're gonna pay through the nose to own it.
Yeah.
And with homes and even commercial buildings, particularly commercial buildings, when was it built? Does it have impact glass? How well is it insulated? Does it have a lot of windows facing south? If you have an office with a whole lot of windows facing south, your electric bill is going to be higher.
Yeah.
Or west on the Gulf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of those little things, year built, particularly on homes. If you don't have the right strapping in the roof, your tax bill's higher.
Tax,
your
insurance,
electric bill, if you've got those little jealousy windows, you might as well just leave them open and run the air.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's a huge thing, and everybody focuses so much on the day they buy it, and I'm more concerned with what's going to cost. Can I afford to keep it? Then
then you've even got to go to the point of how much does it cost for you to live there, and that goes to your HOA fees, your condo fees, your master association fees. What's included in that is your lawn maintenance included in that. There are so many factors to consider other than just, it's $100,000 or it's $1 million home.
Yep.
And how does that comp out?
Yep.
Well, maybe you're going to spend a couple $100,000 more, but if you're going to live there 5 years, you're going to end up saving money.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe some people, they're not looking long term. They figure, okay, if I can get into the house, then we'll pay the extra couple of dollars, which is usually more than a couple of dollars. But that's maybe the way people look at it, as opposed to this really, it's quite a swing. Ultimately the cost of owning and the cost of acquiring.
Mm-hmm.
So how do people analyze that, Tom Borello?
Well, it's easy enough. I mean, the insurance is inherent. Then stuff, particularly after 06, is cheaper to insure. When you buy the home, get a wind mitigation inspection at the time
Absolutely.
you get the home inspection, and then you've got a punch list to hand the carpenter, hey, go get some stub nails and some straps, and we need to strap these 6 trusses or something.
Yeah.
And, look at the windows. Is it impact glass? I mean, impact glass is huge just in the fact that you may not have a branch sticking through the other side of the wall if on a Cat 5 hurricane, or if you're out of town and a hurricane shows up, you're not in as bad a shape as you thought you were. There's a lot of little things, like on an office building, impact glass. You don't have to, on a strip center, say, hurricane comes through, it's $2-3 to have the guys go put up the shutters through the whole strip center.
Right.
If the tenants aren't responsible to do it, if you have impact glass, I mean, you get a good hurricane year, that's $10,000.
Well, also, I know on the Gulf, even the buildings that haven't converted to impact glass, a lot of them have hurricane shutters. The problem is some of those hurricane shutters are 15 to 30 years old, and it's meaningless in terms of insurance. I mean, it's a little bit helpful potentially in terms of a hurricane, but
even
you got
a lot
to
of
think
times,
about that.
The insurance is an afterthought. It's like, we're closing next week, we better get insurance in place, and the wind mitigation is sometimes done after you even close.
Well, and on the wind mitigation too, at least in the high-rise buildings, a lot of times, especially buildings that have been renovated, you can get the wind mitigation report from the building, and that will service your insurance needs. You don't have to spend that money. And in a high-rise, it's harder for them to do it too. So.
Yep. Well, okay, good word. So people need to maybe think a little bit ahead.
Well, there's a lot to think about. I mean, as you guys know, I mean, I sell second homes and first homes, and it's as much about passion and lifestyle. But even beyond that, you've got to have those conversations about how much is this really going to cost you.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, folks, you're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break and come right back after this. Stay tuned.
Since 1954, Lennar has built over 800,000 homes across the United States.
And here in Southwest Florida, Lennar has also been one of the most trusted home builders for decades. Here's why.
Quality, the best materials, and the latest building techniques.
Value, luxury features and upgrades included at no extra charge.
Service, Lennar is consistently ranked tops in customer satisfaction.
Selection, condominium, coach, single family and estate homes from the 100s to over 800,000. For more info, call today, 877-45-Lennar.
Hi, folks. Jeff Popick here. I'm not only the host of Real Estate Best Buys, I'm a real estate investor, a licensed realtor, and a certified general contractor. I know what constitutes a Best Buy, and Lennar Homes is it. If you'd like more information on a brand new, value-packed Lennar home, call 877-54-Lennar. And as with anything you hear about on the show, you can send an email to 411@realestatebestbuys.com. Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Of course you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Real Estate Best Buys is the place for Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tumbarello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And folks, can you buy a house on Marco? A relatively newer home built in 2005 with the benefits of some of the lower costs of keeping the home. 3,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms for $899,000. Well, you can't anymore because that one is now gone. We call it the woulda, coulda, shoulda. And this one is just no longer available. And a home this size, this age, on Marco, this location, for this price is now over, at least until the next 12-year cycle. So, but there are still homes, there are still Best Buys, and we're going to be talking about them today across all of Southwest Florida, Marco, Naples, Fort Myers, and all. But this one is now gone. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, they're all gone. I've got one here. This is in Indigo Lakes. It is definitely a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Wasn't on the market that long. It's a 5+ den, 3.5 bath, almost 3,200 square feet.
Anything in Indigo that is even...
This is one of the gorgeous ones. I mean, it's on the lake. This does not have a pool, but it's on the lake. The master's on the ground floor, open floor plan, open balcony upstairs, nice amenities. This one in Indigo Lakes, regular sale, built in 2002, went for $97 a square foot. Sold for $3,085.
Wow,
I mean, that's amazing. It's in a great school district. It's got a lot of bells and whistles in this home. Nice landscaping. It is a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
And at that price, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't build for that.
No.
So.
And Indigo is an in-demand community, great spot for families. So, wow.
Absolutely. So
All
that's definitely a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Tumbarello.
Reaching back here a little bit, this is a home I had talked about on the show in 2012. 13033 North River Road in Alva. This was on 5 acres. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,183 square feet, traded for $90,000. That's $41 a square foot. This home needed a lot of work, but it's pretty rare you're going to find a property on 5 acres that'll cash flow in a spreadsheet. I'm pretty sure this one would cash flow in a spreadsheet. You know
I think without a spreadsheet, that one might cash flow.
Anecdotally, it would cash flow.
$41 a square foot for 5. I mean, the 5 acres is probably worth half of what it traded for. And you got a lot of square footage there. The house needed some work. It definitely you weren't move-in ready, but I look at this thing and just the land and where it sits in Alva, it's really close to 31. It's not too far back.
And did that sell last year? Is that what you said?
Yeah. You're not going to find this now.
Fast forward. If it was still available.
Oh, if it was still available, it'd be gobbled up. So, fascinating.
Yeah. So, is that something potential buyers, should factor in is I hate to use the word fear, but fear of, we need to buy a house and prices are going up, so we better jump. How should that factor
You
into
still have to define what you're here to do and what your goals are. Don't just do it because the prices are going up, because, man, I sure heard a whole lot of that in 05. Seriously, you really have to determine what you're there to do. And then more importantly, how long you're going to be here for, all that. There's a lot of factors, and you really need to sit down and take the map of wherever you're going to live and say, what am I going to do? if you're really into horseback riding, a condo on the beach isn't a really good idea.
Sandy's looking for
I'm
the
looking.
equestrian
If you
estate
find
on
one,
the
anyone
beach.
knows of the equestrian estate on the beach, give me a call.
All right.
That'll be neat to watch you try and do.
At $47 a foot.
I think in the Panhandle you'll pull that off somewhere.
I'm not so sure you will there either.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Panama or somewhere,
Yeah.
But I've got another one here. I want to mention, and then I want to comment on what you said too. This is one of those that was on the market for some price, went to multiple offers, end up selling more. This is in Valencia Lakes, which we talk about a lot in terms of value. This was a foreclosure, listed at $129, sold for $141.9, which was still $73 a square foot. Built in 2006.
Yeah.
So almost 2,000 square feet, a 4.2, nice family home.
Wow.
You just
Let me know where I can buy one of those now.
these don't last very long.
Here's one I just found we got to get on here. 1201 Clayton Avenue in Lehigh just closed in the middle of March. 4.2, 3-car carport, built in 59, older home. 2,469 square feet on a half acre, traded for $50,000. It's $20.25 a square foot.
Okay, you
I'm
win.
very sure that will cash flow.
That's almost as the hair salon
Yeah.
that we talked about a couple years ago.
That was the ultimate. If you
still-
could cut hair and make money in there, because you even own the commercial space. You had a little commercial condo with a business.
That was literally the deal of the century. I
Crazy.
think. It was crazy, but yeah, it's just nuts. I mean, but like you said, I mean, these are few and far between now.
Yeah.
They used to be plentiful.
Yep.
But they're not anymore. But going back to your other point, it's also what we're seeing from an inventory standpoint is with the inventory shrinking, a lot of times, whether it's a second home or whether it's a primary home in our area, at least, it is about, I want that unit, I want that home. Right. And there aren't a lot. I mean, if you're in a cookie cutter community, that's one thing. But if you're in a diverse community or you're in a high rise with a certain floor plan, a certain view, a certain this, certain that, there aren't that many.
Then that one is a Best Buy.
That one is a Best Buy because it meets your needs.
Right.
That's what you came to do. That's what you want for you and your family. Yep. So there's that consideration too.
You got to give Tombrello a royalty for using his what you're here to do bit.
Those are not my words. I was given them by someone else.
All right. So all right.
Use them and just like I do.
I always say steal from the best.
There you go.
But acknowledge it. So
I stole that one from the best.
There you go.
All right. Folks, you're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break and come back with the very best buys that are available right now. Stay tuned. Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
There's a wise old saying, you cannot build a solid structure on a shaky foundation. Nowhere is this truer than when it comes to the construction of your next house or commercial building. Often overlooked, concrete is one of the most important parts of the building process, so be sure to call the best in concrete construction. General Concrete Corporation. General Concrete builds slabs that are level, walls that are plumb, and buildings that are square. This will save you time, money, and headaches now and well into the future. Call General Concrete at 239-571-1100. for a free quote on any size job. New homes or commercial buildings, remodels, additions, even patios and sidewalks. General Concrete gets it done right the first time. Call General Concrete now at 239-571-1100. That's 239-571-1100.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Don't make a buy without Real Estate Best Buys.
Folks, you're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And you know, with all over these past few years, with the foreclosure situation being what it is, and homes with kind of somewhat titles that are in limbo, maybe is a way to say it. We're going to be talking right now with our own Legal Eagle attorney, Mark Shapiro. Mark, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
So there are now title issues galore. There's a lot of properties now with title issues that people, whether buyers, sellers, owners, don't even know they have yet. So legal actions to quiet title issues is going to become a pretty big subject here, I think, on the not too distant horizon. What's happening with the titles?
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit different aspect of it, and that is people filing as a proactive tool against banks, that people that are in foreclosure filing quiet title actions against banks to try and get the property for free.
Okay.
There are companies now out promoting this is, hey, we'll file a quiet title action against the bank and attempt to get you a free house or use that as a negotiating tool. So I'd like to discuss a little bit about it and where it can be helpful and, you know, where it works and it doesn't work, because I think some people are unwittingly getting caught up in thinking they're going to get a free house from one of these promoters. And that very rarely happens.
No, that's great. But if you could tell me just in private where I can get one of these free homes, that would be awesome.
I'll take two.
You'll take two. Jeff Tamburello wants two.
I just want one on the beach.
Sandy wants one. So
or you can have horses.
Yeah, so I can have horses. That's right.
All right. So let's.
First of all, so we all thought in the beginning, when the foreclosure crisis became prevalent in 2006, there has been some cases that I personally, through my law practice, have been fighting the foreclosure, and we all thought in the beginning that since there is a 5-year statute of limitations to file a lawsuit, that if we could get the case dismissed after that statute of limitations has expired, that the banks would not be able to foreclose any longer, and then we could simply file a quiet title lawsuit, get the mortgage off the property, and the person would get a free home. But let me tell you how the courts have recently interpreted that. I had a case just recently that I won at trial. So we were in probably a 4 or 5 year battle on this case, litigating it. We finally get to trial, and when we get to trial, the bank isn't prepared to prove their case because they don't have the evidence to establish that they're the actual owner, and they can't establish chain of title. So the judge, I think, has no other choice but to rule against the bank, and we actually won the foreclosure trial.
Wow.
So after that, several months later, the bank forecloses again. And the way the case law has developed is we all thought, okay, they're going to get a free house because the 5-year statute of limitations is now gone, so the bank can't refile. But the courts have interpreted this to say each payment that you miss is a new breach.
Oh, my God.
So
Wow.
if we go to trial and we win the trial, all that means is that from that date of that trial on back, they don't owe those payments anymore. But if they don't make the next month's payment and then the payment after that, that's a new breach that the bank can sue on that breach because that's a whole new cause of action.
That's crazy.
So what happens to the balance, Mark? Does it continue to go up with interest and penalties?
It will, except that anything back from the date you won that trial on back, the bank can no longer pursue that, so that would be wiped off the balance. But if your house is, half of what it was worth, you still may not be, it still may not be something that you want to keep. So let's say, for example, you stop paying in 2006, and you're thinking, okay, the 5-year statute of limitations has gone by, I'm now going to file a quiet title lawsuit and try and get a free home because the bank can't sue. The way the courts have interpreted that is the banks can only not sue for those payments that are more than 5 years old. But any payment that is less than 5 years, past due, they can sue upon.
Wow. That's crazy.
So now, a lot of these companies will file quiet title actions proactively. I mean, they'll market to do this. They'll say, hey, pay us all this money and we'll file a quiet title action and try and get you a free house. Well, the law doesn't really allow you to do that. Now, what they do is they file a quiet title action against the bank. And what happens is, if the bank responds, they're almost always going to lose that. Now, sometimes banks just have so much red tape and have their, for lack of a better word, have their head so far up their butt that they don't answer, and you get a default. You end up getting a default against the bank.
That's a legal term.
Does that stick? Does that one stick?
Well, there is also case law that says if you're not in priority position, you cannot gain priority by filing a lawsuit and having the bank default. There's a lot of laws in place to protect banks. So what ends up happening is, in most cases, that gets set aside. In cases where you do get a default judgment because the bank just simply didn't answer, you end up you can't have any title company that will write title over that because let's say you go to sell that property, even though technically you quieted the title because they defaulted and you could sell it, the person that buys it is not going to be able to get title insurance because the title insurance companies are not going to write title insurance even if you quieted the title if that quiet title was obtained by a default. Now, if it was obtained on the merits, meaning that you actually went to trial on your quiet title action and the judge ruled in your favor, then you can get that. But I'm here to tell you that based on the case law, that's not going to happen. So your best case scenario, if you do that type of action, is you end up getting a default judgment against the bank. You're not going to be able to sell the property because no title insurance company is going to write title on a quiet title action obtained by a default. And so your best case scenario is that you can maybe use that as leverage against the bank. When they go to foreclose, you can say, well, I won a quiet title action, and now they have to go through an extra step to try and set that aside, and you've kind of made a mess out of things, and you could potentially use that as a negotiating tool to gain some leverage in working some type of modification out with the bank. So it does have its place, but people call me saying that, oh, I saw this thing on the internet saying that, what about filing a quiet title action and trying to go for a free house? I don't actually know of anyone that has been able to accomplish that, and I'm pretty much up on things, and I talk to a lot of the best foreclosure attorneys in the state of Florida. I have a Google group where we exchange ideas, and I've yet to see that work. So I just wanted to, kind of let the consumers know that while it is potentially an option, it's really, don't get your hopes up and don't get scammed spending lots of money with one of these companies that's promising to get you a free house, because I haven't known anybody that has been able to accomplish that through that method.
If it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Yep. Folks, this is really just continues to be the Wild West. If you have any questions or concerns, you want to continue your enlightenment on this subject, give Mark a call at area code 239 649-8050, and he'll be happy to talk to you about it. And Mark, thanks for coming on. I'm sure this is going to be a subject we're going to be talking about a lot in the future. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, you're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys. We'll be back after this.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Hey, Mr. Seller, make yours a Best Buy with Real Estate Best Buys.
You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, and I'm Jeff Popick. And you know, folks, all of us here at Real Estate Best Buys have been touting the extreme value of Copper Cove, a community here in Naples, a few minutes to Marco Island. And I'm excited to be talking now with Matt Devereaux of Lennar Homes, who has transformed that community in just, a couple of years. Matt, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for having us.
You know, a couple of years ago, Copper Cove, maybe a couple of years ago, time seems to get away, but you drive into Copper Cove and it was, I want to say there were maybe 7 or 8 homes in this pretty large expanse of landscape, and it was kind of depressing. And you guys went in and have transformed it into a party. I mean, it is a vibrant community now. You want to talk a little bit about Copper Cove?
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Thanks again. Copper Cove, like you said, when we went in there about 2 years ago, very few homes built, but a lot of opportunity. And we saw the opportunity being close to Marco Island and not far from Fifth Avenue in downtown Naples. So ended up buying the community, have a couple different product types within the community, and the place has just absolutely exploded.
That's an understatement. I mean, now you go in there and it's an outright community. I mean, there's people there. There's kids on bikes. There's all the stuff you'd expect to see in a community.
Yeah, you can't beat the value of what we've got going. I mean, to be able to get in the low to mid 200s for a single family home with a 2-car garage, close to Marco Island, and this nice of a community with the features we include. I mean, show me who can do that for you.
That is really, the hands down absolute best buy in the area for what you're getting. You're getting a brand new home in a community. And one of the things that is amazing are the fees, how you've managed to keep the total fees down to roughly $200 a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? With that, we take care of your lawn. You get cable TV. It keeps the community looking just absolutely fantastic. Everybody's lawn gets fertilized at the same time, so you don't have to worry about your next door neighbor who doesn't cut, or you cut too much, or whatever it might be. And Copper Cove, like you said, Jeff, I mean, I know you've been there a number of times. It's just for the value you get, for the location you get. We have a new product. It's the executive homes that we redeveloped a section in the back of the community, and we've got a number of those available. you're just not going to beat it anywhere in the market.
So what are the popular models in there now, some of these executive homes?
I tell you, the most popular one is what we call the Trevi. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 2,000 square feet under air, 2-car garage, great room concept with all the goodies included, from wood cabinets to granite countertops, marble window sills, all the good stuff, stainless steel appliances, and you're going to be able to get into one of those for the mid-200s, 250, 255.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. And, prices have gone up a little bit, but you're still keeping this at what I would call an extreme value. Extreme.
Yeah, Jeff, we want to be able to get through the community, and our plan is that by this time next year that we're just about sold out of Copper Cove. So, we want to take price increases, and we want people's homes to appreciate and value, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we give them a finished community sooner than later.
Yeah. And so you're expecting build-out in about a year or so?
Build-out will probably take us another 2 years. Sell-out, we've got about 80 homes to go, and my expectation is 12 to 14 months from now we should be done.
All right. And if people want more information on Copper Cove, how do they do that?
Please stop by, go down Championship Drive. It's on your way to Marco Island. Just it's the same street where the driving range is. Stop in any day, Monday through Sunday. We're open 9 to 6, and love to have you out.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, folks, you're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. There's more and more to be said about maybe buying a house that's new, cost to keep, cost to acquire, and you don't have any title issues, perhaps, unless the land that the house was built upon maybe.
Well, you could circumvent all the title issues by just getting a full title search before you buy it, and it's like $125, $150, and we advised in writing everybody that we sold a lot of bank REOs that you need to do this, or I'm gonna laugh at you when you call me.
Yep.
Well, and I'll tell you another thing that you need to do, and a lot of these title companies don't do this. I've seen it time and time again, and then you got to argue about it after the fact. And that's not only a title search, but a code violation search, yes, and a water bill search, and a utility search. I had one that I had $2,100 electric bill. Unfortunately, when I was doing the REO, I put it in my name and I have to pay the bills and they pay me back, and I about died. It was like, what was there, like an extra zero on this thing, or what was the deal? But the reality is, if a house has been vacant, and I don't know why they didn't turn it off, but they didn't. Some glitch.
Well, but as a realtor, isn't it your responsibility to pay all those fees?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes, it is. But I have to tell you, not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. They don't. And so what happens is, after the fact, the buyer, thought he closed in good faith and everything was fine, and a month later, he gets a water bill or he gets an electric bill for some gargantuan amount of money. And, they come back and say, wait a minute here, this wasn't part of the deal. And you know what? It wasn't. So buyer beware.
Buyer beware.
You get what you inspect, not what you expect.
Exactly.
All righty.
Exactly.
Verify everything there. And I had a client save themselves a whole bunch of money. HOA approved them. Everything was fine. Their intention was to rent the home, and they had HOA in an effort to save their property values. Instituted this cap on rental properties, which kept the investors out, which then kept the home sitting on the market longer, which means you lower the prices to sell it. And so you know how that always works out.
Yep.
But there was a cap for rental properties, and by God, he was the one above the cap, first one. And had he not called and said, am I going to be able to rent this home, he would have bought it and not been able to rent it.
All right, let's jump into some of these Best Buys. It's what we're here to do, bring the Best Buys to everybody's eyes. How's that for poetic?
Is that what we're here to do?
Yep. Okay. So who's going to get us started off here? Tom Morello, why don't you go?
Dude, I got no horses. I looked at the pictures. I don't see a horse stall at all. And I can't even say the name of the street. For Avenida Carlita in Fort Myers Beach. This is a 2-2 with a pool and a boat dock on Fort Myers Beach, built in 1971. For $335. This is a bank-owned home, and you're literally about 2 turns. You're in the bay, and you're not very far from the bridge where Lover's Key is. I mean, this is pretty good water access, and a decent home, good-looking home. $335. That's basically about what a condo on the beach trades for. You know, so this is a pretty amazing buy. This is, you know, again, all the investment is the function of what you get into it for. You may be able to actually have this as a seasonal rental and have a profit.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda by next
pretty
week.
Pretty quick,
maybe.
yeah. If you'd like more information, you can give us a call at Steel Bridge Realty at 239-694-3300.
All right, Sandy.
Amazing. Okay, got a condo. Speaking of condo, opportunity in the Vineyards. This one is a 3+ den, 3-bathroom, a little over 2,200 square feet, listed at $299,900. This has been professionally decorated. It's got an absolutely beautiful lake view, your steps to the pool, 2-car attached garage. You have all the fabulous amenities of this golf and tennis community that is the Vineyards, where, by the way, the developer still lives on site and so takes good care of the community, that's for sure. So if you're interested in something like this, centrally located, I'd love to show it to you at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I've got quite a deal on Marco. This is a beachfront condo at the Admiralty, 140 Seaview Court. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo being sold turnkey. It's on the 5th floor of the building, which I think is a good floor. You're high enough, but not too high. Almost 900 square feet of living space. Asking price is $319,900. This is a beachfront condo. For $319,900. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Admiralty House is in great financial condition. Some of these homeowners associations, condo associations, these past few years with default rates and so on, that's an issue. Admiralty House is really in great shape with, I think, over $2 million in reserves. This is the deal on Marco for a condo. If you'd like to see it or get more information, give me a call at 239-450-3000. We need to take a quick break, but we'll be back right after this. Stay tuned.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
There's a wise old saying, you cannot build a solid structure on a shaky foundation. Nowhere is this truer than when it comes to the construction of your next house or commercial building. Often overlooked, concrete is one of the most important parts of the building process, so be sure to call the best in concrete construction. General Concrete Corporation. General Concrete builds slabs that are level, walls that are plumb, and buildings that are square. This will save you time, money, and headaches now and well into the future. Call General Concrete at 239-571-1100. for a free quote on any size job. New homes or commercial buildings, remodels, additions, even patios and sidewalks. General Concrete gets it done right the first time. Call General Concrete now at 239-571-1100. That's 239-571-1100.
Make some money on the buy with Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys, and not only Best Buys, but how to do it, how to get the Best Buys. And we've got one of the best, Jeff Tamburello, in our midst, as usual, talking about, investing in real estate and the 5 simple truths every investor should know. So maybe let's start off with number 1, Mr. Tamburello. What do you say?
Oh, if only I could live up to your sales pitch there, Jeffrey. No, the first simple truth is, and this is a thing we did in a real long time ago, and I went and looked at it again the other day, and I was like, wow, I was dumb then. Then secondly, wow, it's true, you know what I mean? But first thing is you're getting in the business of investing in real estate. And it's sold late night, and it's sold all over, and it's sold at hotels, and it's this arcane black science art where you wiggle your pinky 3 times and you get to live on the beach and drive Maseratis. And there is probably that one guy, but that one guy launched a whole lot of $10,000 weekends learning about what one guy did that was probably pure serendipity. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. And but you really have to understand it's a profession, it's a vocation. You're entering in the business of real estate. And if you don't approach it as such, and it would be like you want to be the best car manufacturer. You wake up one day and decide you're going to manufacture cars and assume your first car is going to win the Car of the Year award. It's probably not going to run. You know what I mean? And seriously, it's like that, and you really have to approach it at a business. You have to gain the knowledge. You have to gain entrance. I mean, I look at some agents. I had a new agent the other day telling me that they were wanting to break into one neighborhood, and I'm like, that neighborhood's locked up, and you're going to spend all your treasure, and you're never going to get in it. But, you go learn. You're young. Yep. So, he's 21 years old with no kids. You can afford to take some lumps. But you really have to understand you're in a business. It requires a lot of time and effort, a lot more time and effort than a 40-hour-a-week job and a lot of respect. But then again, there's a lot of rewards, too. You can go if you're in real estate and your business runs well, you can go take a week cruise, and you should be able to come back to your business still. Yep. If you just randomly take a week cruise, you might not have a job.
And you're getting into a business, I think, with other people who are pretty shrewd. So there is that competition aspect of it, too.
Yeah, and, you got guys that have done it for 40 years, and what makes you think that a weekend class is going to give you the heads up over what some guys learned doing it that's done it well for 40 years?
Yeah, good stuff. So rule number 1 is just the takeaway.
Understand you're getting in the business of real estate investing and treat it as such. Treat it just like you're going to start manufacturing cars. You need to understand everything there is about it. You need the history, why things happen the way they do, math. If there was one thing you really want to get into is math. I mean,
math is a good thing. All right. Folks, you're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. Be sure to tune in next week and get rule number 2 on everything investors should know, the 5 simple truths. We're going to take a break and come right back after this with some Best Buys. Stay tuned.
Since 1954, Lennar has built over 800,000 homes across the United States.
And here in Southwest Florida, Lennar has also been one of the most trusted home builders for decades. Here's why.
Quality, the best materials, and the latest building techniques.
Value, luxury features and upgrades included at no extra charge.
Service, Lennar is consistently ranked tops in customer satisfaction.
Selection, condominium, coach, single family and estate homes from the 100s to over 800,000. For more info, call today, 877-45-Lennar.
Hi folks, Jeff Popick here. I'm not only the host of Real Estate Best Buys, I'm a real estate investor, a licensed realtor, and a certified general contractor. I know what constitutes a Best Buy, and Lennar Homes is it. If you'd like more information on a brand new, value-packed Lennar home, call 877-54-Lennar. And as with anything you hear about on the show, you can send an email to 411@realestatebestbuys.com.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Save time and money with Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for Real Estate Best Buys. Let's jump into some of these deals. Sandy, why don't you get us going here?
An opportunity in Victoria Park, which is a great community, centrally located, right across the street, basically, from Pelican Marsh Elementary School. These don't come up so often anymore, but this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,500 square foot home, listed at $339,500. It's on a large corner lot. The home has skylights, volume ceilings, family room with exposed wood beams, and a lot more. This is a community that is the Barron Collier School District, $500 annually for the HOAs, which give you a community pool, tennis court, play area, and even a fishing pier. So a lot of good things going on with this location, and a nice home that is well kept. Might be something perfect for the family out there. So if you're interested in taking a look at this one, give me a call at 239-595-0714.
Tom Borello.
Oh my God, Jeff, put me on the spot again. Rental, 417 Morgan Circle South in Lehigh Acres. It's a 2-1. Believe it or not, you rent them too. We've done it out there as well. Sure. 1,119 square feet, $39,900, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape at $35 a square foot. I see wood floors. I see a little porch, what appears to be a kitchen.
What appears to be a kitchen?
It appears to have a kitchen, which is always exciting.
You mean there's things inside the kitchen?
Like cabinets.
Oh, cabinets.
And stuff, you know. But great buy. You don't see a lot of stuff under $50,000 in Lehigh anymore. There used to be a ton. If you'd like more information on this, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-694-3300. I think this would rent all day in the 6s.
All right. Good stuff. Folks, I've got a buy. This is a new Lennar Homes Trevi model. This is just really an outstanding buy. The cost to own it is going to be low. Cost to buy it is low. This is a Copper Cove at $310,000 is the asking price. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home built this year, brand new, for $310,000, and you've got a warranty. It's just an amazing deal, I think, at Copper Cove, which is a great location near Marco, midway to Naples. Can't go wrong in Copper Cove with a brand new Lennar home. If you'd like to get more information on this one, give me a call at 239-450-3000. And that amazingly wraps it up for us for another week. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys. Thanks for listening.
Tune in every week for more Real Estate Best Buys. Also, you can make money, save time, minimize effort, and avoid some pain by logging in with our team of experts at realestatebestbuys.com. That's realestatebestbuys.com. Until next time, may all your buys be Real Estate Best Buys.